In a developing nation,
in the global south,
there's a girl our age waiting to give birth.
Her name is Mariam.
And she is not ready. She couldn't say no to her husband, and contraceptives were not an option. Mariam is smart, but she could only have a few years of education before money ran out and her brother was given the privilege they both craved. She is grateful for what she learned in that cramped classroom for so short a time. She often wishes she could go back, but it is not her choice. She has learned that she cannot argue in the bedroom, and though she loves the life growing inside her, she wishes her husband would have waited. It was his choice for her to bear and raise the sons he desires. As she enters her 9th month, her body is already stretched beyond its limits. How can it possibly not tear under the stress of labor? But she must bear this burden, for nature will not wait.
When women are equal, their bodies are sovereign.
With a clouded mind, Mariam rises to her aching feet. Her body is numb with fatigue as she shares what little nutrition she receives with the growing mouth in her womb, and the acquired immune deficiency virus sleeping beside it. With little to no energy left this evening, she becomes exhausted by the thought of the distance between her and the aid of a hospital. A cloud of fear captures her mind that runs in circles as she questions the day that her baby ventures away from the gentle cradle of her womb. She wonders if the frailty of her arms will be able to embrace her as harmlessly.
When a mother is healthy, the child is given a chance. After dinners and chores, she lets herself rest. Under the covers of her bed, Mariam finds the beauty in comfort. Praying. Her fingers begin to trace the bright smile she imagines her beautiful daughter will wear. She wants to name her Layla. Mariam's eyelids slowly come into one another and she begins to dream. Layla is sitting on a small wooden chair. Between her hands, a white hardcover book begins to take its shape. The squeaking of the opening door is the first applause that welcomes the teacher to write the day's lesson on the chalkboard. Layla is in a place that Mariam barely recognizes. A classroom. A surreal atmosphere composed of the grand power that education carries. It surrounds Layla with endless possibilities as she creates her own greatest potential within these 4 walls. Mariam awakens with 3 soft kicks in her belly and is brought back to reality. As her eyelids part, a beautiful smile makes its way across her face, and she resumes her prayers to God. When a mother is educated, the child will thrive.
We can foster maternal health.
with education,
and access to healthcare.
To lessen the burden, we can educate mothers.
To lower risk.
to increase the potential for their futures,
And to expand their minds. We can foster gender equality.
To empower women to make their own choices.
to challenge convention.
To pursue their own goals and happiness.
When the mother is happy, the child is healthy.
Many sunrises pass, and Miriam sits in the eggshell kitchen that belongs to her daughter and her husband. Layla rushes past, heavy university textbooks weighing down each of her arms. Her husband takes his attention away from the soup he is preparing on the stove and stops his wife to place a kiss on her forehead. She pauses to sit and takes off her shoes, revealing her swollen ankles from bearing the weight of the child growing in her womb. Miriam does not worry that her daughter is too tired or her body is too weak. She is strong. Miriam reflects on the life she has placed into her daughter's hands. From her struggle, she has given Layla the choice to do what she wants and feels blessed.
When the child is healthy, the mother is happy.